Everyone knows about Cultsit, how she used to be in the game, how she was removed, and how she never returned. But she actually wasn't the only operator who was removed. There was another, Conviction. And not a day goes by where I don't think about how absolutely ridiculous they are. I spend way too much of my free time browsing around on Aceship doing who knows what. And while looking at some future operators, one really stood out to me. Conviction. At the time, it was mostly because their art style was so out of the norm for Arknights. While this game doesn't have a defined art style, it does have a defined aesthetic, and this operator didn't suit it at all. Oh, how I wish the weirdness ended there.
私が断罪師コンビクション様である。この信念あふれる名を貴様の言うコードネームにしてやるぞ。この私の才能だと致命的なほど美しいと言われる断罪芸術。私がその唯一の理解者なのだ。これで十分であろう。
If you haven't noticed, I've been referring to this unit as they, and there's a good reason for that. When you look at them, you're probably gonna think, oh yeah, that's a lolly. Until you notice the peacock feathers and think, oh yeah, that's a trap. But you would be wrong. Their gender is listed as conviction. Just conviction. At this point, I have so many questions, and the more I read, the more I have. All operators have talents. Some are RNG based, some are forgettable, some are excellent. This talent, however, well, it reduces their deployment cost by 2, reduces their redeploy time by 8 seconds, and it also stuns them for 10 seconds after being deployed. I don't want to think about this anymore. Let's move on. They have the biggest amalgamation of tags in the entire game. DPS, Survival, Crowd Control, Nuker. This is a 4-star. How can they fit in all of these tags? So first of all, we have DPS and Survival. They're also a single block guard, so maybe a duelist? No, not that. At E160, their attack is lower than Melantha's. Nuker and Crowd Control are both tags with quite a bit of variety in them, but no unit is both. Well, except for this one. I guess Conviction's skills can sort of explain this insanity, but those are also absolutely mind-wrecking. Let's look at skill 1. It only takes them 5 seconds to charge at level 7, and it makes the next attack instantly deal 70% extra attack power. That's pretty good, and in my opinion, much better than the large quantity of attack up by X% for 30 seconds for skills. That itself is pretty solid, not even counting the fact that it can hold 3 charges. All in all, this skill seems really good, especially for being on a unit that's 100% free to play, but that's not all it does. It can also increase the next attack to 680%. That is insane. It can one-shot many enemies. But wait, there's a 5% chance that'll happen. A 5% chance. That doesn't make the skill worse, as it doesn't detract from anything, but why? Who thought of this? Also, I love how the skill name is just Conviction, name, gender, and skill. It's all Conviction. Their second skill reminds me of Texas, as it does a similar thing and has a similar range. It immediately deals 260% magic damage, that being 1,866 at max E1 to all nearby enemies, and it also seals their special abilities for 3 seconds. That sounds really, really good. It only has a 17-second charging time, and honestly, if this was on a unit with higher stats, it would be incredibly overpowered. Not like Arknights cares about overpowered units or anything, but just throwing that out there. But there's a small detail about this skill that takes it from being absolutely incredible to kind of horrible. It has a 50% chance of failure, and instead stuns all the allies in that area for 5 seconds. Who thought this was a good idea? Who was behind this unit? Who thought of these skills? Those are all genuine questions because in the beta version of the game, before they were removed, Conviction was actually a specialist, a pusher to be more precise. Why the decision was made to remove an originally fairly basic unit from the game, then later bring them back as a ticket for April Fools and be like this, I don't know. I guess the April Fool's thing explains how wacky that second skill is, but the first one is actually really solid. Will we ever even get them? I mean, probably, but I don't know when, since I don't think the devs would wait until April of next year to do so, but I really hope that they don't remain exclusive to CN, because come on, we can't miss out on this.
Judgment time!
I know this was much less informative than my other videos, and it was kind of just me rambling about a unit that we might not even get, but ever since I discovered them, it's been driving me insane, so I just had to talk about it. Either way, thank you for watching, and thank you so much for the attention that my other videos have been getting. It means the world to me. If you made it till here and want more Arknights related content, feel free to stick around. Once again, thanks for watching, and see you another day.